Ever tried to cancel a subscription and felt like you accidentally enrolled in a university course instead? You click cancel, then you're asked to log in again, verify an email, answer a survey about your feelings, and talk to a chatbot that doesn't understand English. Finally, you get transferred to a human whose job seems to be convincing you to stay confused just a little longer. That exact moment perfectly captures modern life. Today, even the simplest problems feel like they require an absurd number of steps, forms, approvals, and explanations. The question is, why? Why does everything feel so hard now? Why does buying, canceling, fixing, or understanding anything feel like navigating a maze built by someone who actively dislikes you? The answer isn't that people are getting dumber or that technology has failed. It asks that many modern systems have quietly evolved into what are basically real life Rube Goldberg machine systems where a simple outcome requires a ridiculous chain of actions. Originally, Rube Goldberg machines were jokes, deliberately overcomplicated contraptions designed to do something simple in the most inefficient way possible. But somewhere along the line, our institutions took notes instead of laughing. Over time, organizations learn that if something is confusing enough, most people will give up before pushing back. This quietly saves money, effort, and accountability. That's why so many systems feel hostile rather than helpful. The friction is a feature, not a bug. That's why calling customer support feels like talking to someone who is just as trapped as you are because they are. Once you understand this, something important clicks. Modern life feels hard not because tasks are inherently difficult, but because responsibility has been fragmented. No single person owns the outcome anymore, only their tiny piece of the process. And when no one owns the outcome stops mattering. All that matters is whether the process was followed. This is how you end up with systems that are technically correct, but functionally useless. That can say policy was followed even when the result makes no sense. This is also why digital tools didn't simplify life the way we were promised. They create distance between cause and effect. And that distance is incredibly valuable if you want to avoid blame. That's why real change rarely comes from inside these systems. It usually comes from outside pressure, regulation, competition, or collapse. Internally, complexity protects itself. The goal of understanding this isn't to make you cynical. It's to make you aware. Because once you recognize that the frustration you feel isn't personal, you stop internalizing it. You stop assuming you rebad at life, and you start seeing modern complexity for what it really is. A collection of incentives, habits, and decisions layered over time. That awareness alone won't fix the systems, but it will change how you move through them. It helps you know when to push back, when to document everything, when to escalate, and when to walk away. That's the quiet power of understanding the hidden logic behind modern life. Because when you stop blaming yourself for systems designed to be confusing, you regain a sense of control. And soothingly, the maze doesn't feel quite as unbeatable anymore. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more thoughts on the hidden patterns of our world. See you next time.